What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Steve Gunner, bringing you all the Week 5 of the Eon World Trophy. Damn, that was a good clap. That's right, folks. We, the Bullet Punch Club, are fresh off having two back-to-back victories and ensuring that we are in the playoff race because now all I got to do is to win two more matches. Yes, two more matches to ensure my playoff spot. And trust me when I tell you, I got no intention of throwing this one away. So, yeah, as far as my opponent today goes, we're going to be going up against none other than my good friend, Dr. Slaking, who is also a fellow World Battle Entertainment analyst, who's honestly a really friendly guy. When I faced him, I was actually having lots of trouble in terms of, finding time as well as, doing stuff that was really taking a lot of my time, and he was more than happy to compromise for me. So, seriously, I think the absolute world of him, and I would highly implore you guys to check him out. He's one hell of a dude. That's all I got to know. So, yeah. Another thing that I want to mention before I get into this, though, would have to be that I've been hearing lately that, some of my subscribers, some of you guys haven't necessarily been able to turn on notifications for all of these uploads. So, if you guys could let me know if, you guys are able to, turn the bell on, it would be really appreciated, because I've also heard that, some of my good friends like A-Drive are going through something similar. Yeah, if you could let me know, it would be pretty awesome. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Anyways, as far as his team goes, you should be able to see that here and now. And just from team preview alone, it is as clear as day that he most certainly does have a good portion of threats. Particularly his, what's that thing called? Yeah, Araquanid, which can actually, put the hurt on me if I ain't careful enough. And honestly, I cannot necessarily remember his entire team off the top of my head, but basically all you got to know, all you need to know would have to be the fact that Cloyster is an absolute piece of garbage, and I need to ensure that I build a proper squad that's able to take this thing on, because otherwise, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. Plain and simple. So, yeah. Another thing that I want to mention before I get into this would have to be that huge shout outs and thanks go to my boy, Matty Brolick, who actually pretty much built this whole squad for me. Again, I was lacking a lot of time, and he just came through and built this super hyper offensive squad, which I'm very much excited to use. So yeah, to start things off, we got our Blue Tista, which is our Focus Sash Colossal with Stone Edge, Will-O-Wisp, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. Now, as far as the set that you see before you goes, actually, there's another Pokemon that I just remembered, which was an absolute pain in the ass. Terrakion. Yeah, Terrakion is also one of the biggest threats to my squad, and realistically speaking, I don't necessarily have the best sort of switch into it because my proper fighting resist, which would have to be my Togekiss, absolutely gets murdered by Stone Edge, and Terrakion is a Pokemon that quite literally has very few switch-ins to begin with. So, in order to counteract that, I actually ended up putting Will-O-Wisp on Colossal instead of Explosion, if I recall correctly, but basically the gist of this Pokemon is that this is here to lead, and with this investment that you see before you, I will most certainly be able to pretty much outspeed his old squad along with his Choice Scarf Whimsicott, especially if he ends up going for a Water-type move against me. So, when you take that into consideration, along with the fact that I'm able to set up my Stealth Rock, spin the hazards away, burn something like a Terrakion should he choose to lead that against me, which he very well could because it matches up so well against me, I will most certainly be able to counteract it then and there, and also at the same time be able to beat his Araquanid 1v1 should he choose to lead against me. So, yeah, overall this is a very solid lead and a very solid death fodder should the situation present itself. So, yeah. Next up, we got our Hubert, which is our Choice Specs Kyurem with Ice Beam, Earth Power, Draco Meteor, and Freeze Dry. And basically, all you need to know about this investment is that it is more or less essentially built to be able to take pretty much any single physical hit from the majority of his Pokemon. I cannot necessarily remember entirely for the life of me because it's pretty much happened over 4 weeks back. Oh god, damn it. So fast. But yeah, as far as this investment goes, all you need to know is that this is pretty much here to take the majority of hits, majority of physical hits from most of his Pokemon before being able to retaliate back. And when you consider the fact that this is a Choice Specs Kyurem we're talking about, I don't necessarily need to run max special attack anytime soon. I can be very lenient with my investment, and that's pretty much what this set is here to do, because yeah, this set guaranteed just pretty much 2-hit KOs his entire squad, so that should the situation present itself. So I'm very much expect this thing to put in a good chunk of work. Now next up, we got our Granberria, which is our leftover Zero Aura with Plasma Fist, Fire Punch, Knockoff, and Bulk Up. And this investment is pretty much here to complement it in regards to how hard it can hit, basically. Because, yeah, when you take into consideration that Zero Aura is also another Pokemon that just pretty much outspeeds his whole squad in itself, I don't necessarily need to run like Jolly or Max Speed anytime soon. And with Bulk Up, I will most certainly 110% be able to take on his Terrakion as well as his other Pokemon decently well. Because, yeah, Earthquake is not going to kill me anytime soon unless, of course, he happens to be Adamant Life Orb to begin with. And even then, like, I don't necessarily see this Pokemon, you know, like, just biting the dust anytime soon. Because this is a main event player and pretty much the hardest hitter to complement my Hubert should the situation call for it. So yeah, I'm very much excited to use it and pretty much just go on from there. Now next up, we got our Choice Scarf Passimian, which is our Matthew Riddle with Close Combat, Knockoff, Earthquake, and U-Turn. And all you need to know about this investment would have to be the fact that I am able to live an Adamant, Choice Banded, Close Combat from a Terrakion even after Stealth Rocks. That's pretty much the whole gist behind this whole investment which you see before you. And along with that, this is pretty much here to act as a pseudo switch-in of sorts. Because again, I need to ensure that I don't give his Terrakion much room to breathe. And if the situation happens where hypothetically a Terrakion is going to be more like definitely be able to take it out, Matt Riddle will most certainly be able to take that hit before just smacking that thing really hard with the Close Combat and knocking his motherfucking ass out. For the last two Pokemon, we got our Megumin, the Heavy Duty Boots Steelix with Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Explosion, and Roar. And this investment that you see, and this set that you see before you, with the item and starting, this is pretty much my 100% guaranteed out to a Terrakion. Because again, realistically speaking, this is the biggest threat against me. There's no two ways about it and no other way to go around it. And in that sense, with the Heavy Duty Boots, I will most certainly be able to take his head comfort really well before being able to retaliate back with a Heavy Slam and pretty much just knock his ass out then and there, or even an Earthquake, give or take. But all you need to know would have to be the fact that this Pokemon is definitely my way out to most of his revenge killers, and there really is no way he can go around it, unless of course he puts me in a situation where I come in on the Pokemon that he's trying to sweep me with before going out to a Pokemon that happens to possess the Rocky Helmet, which I would think I will be able to find out beforehand should the situation come to it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this set, and Roar is pretty much here to stop his Shell Smash Cloyster as well as his other Pokemon that I can't necessarily kill with one hit. So yeah, last but not least, we got our Choice Scarf Happy, which is our Togekiss with Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, and Defog. And basically, this whole set is pretty much here to act as my revenge killer of sorts for the majority of his squad to begin with. Because yeah, they're as far as reliable, you know, like attacking prowess goes, there is very few that are as more reliable than, you know, like Choice Scarf Togekiss, because I can get some really nice 60% chance flinches, as well as be able to outspeed the majority of his other Pokemon, such as non-choice Scarf Terrakion, Cloyster, as well as his, what's that Pokemon called again? Oh yeah, even his Rapidash, should he choose to bring it against me for God knows why. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this squad, and of course the last move is Defog, because I don't necessarily want to put myself in a situation where he's going to be able to set up webs with his Araquanid, because that's pretty much a one-way ticket towards me getting swept. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this team. Hope you all enjoyed, and with that being said, enough of me rambling on, let's get into the game, shall we? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Uzigunner bringing you the Eon World Trophy Week 5 against my boy, Dr. Slaking, if I recall correctly. But yeah, he's a guy who I've like gotten to know since the UBL Season 2. Like, he's a really friendly guy in general, and I think I also worked with him as a WBE analyst. So yeah, I'm very much excited to face him, and hopefully I'll be able to give him a good fight. Now, as far as this team composition goes, it is definitely something that kind of goes against what I thought in a lot of ways. Because he did bring like 3 Pokemon I expected him to bring, but not the other ones, which is obviously somewhat worrisome, but at the same time, this may actually work out in my favor, because I don't have to I don't have to deal with Mandibuzz, and I especially don't have to deal with the stupid Whimsicott. So yeah, and also there's absolutely no Copper Raja around, so he has literally 0 switch-ins to Kyurem, which is actually beautiful. But yeah, so yeah, lead-wise, Blue Tista is the play because that's my designated lead. I can get my rocks up turn 1, do all those kind of things, and yeah, let's see how this goes. So, from team preview alone, it's clear to me that Toxtricity is definitely going to be a problem, and Terrakion is, like, unironically always going to be the biggest problem. There's no other way around it, so it will definitely be challenging to take this thing down, but otherwise, I think if I'm able to set up my Stealth Rocks turn 1, it will be really good against him, because, yeah, he has 3 Pokemon weak to it, as he leads off with his Araquanid, and this is beautiful, because I'm going to lead off with my Blue Tista, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to outspeed this thing after this turn, or I think I just outspeed this thing naturally as it is, so yeah. I don't know if he wants to stay in or not. Regardless, my play here is as clear as day. I'm gonna just get my Stealth Rocks up turn 1, and pretty much just apply the pressure right on his face, if you get what I mean. But yeah, overall, I think the matchup is definitely somewhat on our side for this time around, as yeah, he's just gonna have to stay in, and reasonably so, because he really has no reason. He really has no reason not to in the first place. He's gonna set up his sticky webs, which is perfectly fine because, like, yeah, I can just rapid spin these rocks away, and he doesn't really have a spin blocker as it is. So yeah, this is a pretty fine situation because, yeah, Stealth Rocks are going to hurt him more than it hurts me, and with me getting my Rapid Spin off, not only will I ensure that I will be able to outspeed his whole squad, I'm going to be able to go for a Stone Edge the very next turn and knock someone's ass out. Or keep this thing as death fodder, really, because I don't necessarily feel inclined to just let this thing die as it is. Because, yeah, since this is a very hyper-offensive build, I need to make sure I play my games in such a way where I'm able to use my assets to the fullest while also ensuring that I'm not forced into situations where I won't necessarily be able to come out on the better end of this exchange and instead end up being much more crippled. So, yeah, I'm going to have to play much more efficiently, and with how the timer is now, I need to be very careful. So, yeah, he's just going to have to switch out here. He's going to go out into Efigi, the Clay Doll, which definitely makes all the sense in this world, and that's honestly fine because, yeah, I'm gonna be able to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, the sticky webs on his side of the field, and I'm gonna be able to. Okay, so this thing is Rocky Helmet, so very good prep on my opponent's behalf. But unfortunately, the problem with using Clay Doll for this matchup here would pretty much have to be the fact that, like, even if you're Rocky Helmet or anything along those lines, first of all, you're not even Culver Berry. So if I end up going for a bulk up with my Zero Aura, knockoff is gonna do a crap ton of damage. And second of all, with him going out into his Clay Doll like this, he is making himself very vulnerable right now because I have a Spexecutor. I'm ready to whoop some ass right now. So yeah, I assume he's gonna try to Rapid Spin here. Yeah, he's gonna opt to Rapid Spin here, which definitely makes sense. But unfortunately for him, it's gonna come at a price, and that price, my friends, would have to be me just knocking someone straight in next week with a Freeze Dry. So yeah, he'll definitely be able to outspeed me here, which is obviously in itself a bummer. But he's not gonna even try to do just that. He's gonna go out into his Verny, which is something which would have worked in, like, if it was Gen 7, but unfortunately, since Kyurem now gets Freeze Dry, this is gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO if I ever saw one. So, yeah, Specs Kyurem is definitely gonna come through, and I'm gonna be able to claim my first KO right off the bat, and that, my friends, is in itself absolutely glorious. So, yeah. With his, with what I assume to be him stacking off his Araquanid right now, I won't necessarily have to worry about this thing, setting up webs on my side of the field. Alternatively, he could try to keep this thing around, but whatever happens, I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't end up setting up, like webs on my side of the field, because I'm not having any of that bullcrap. All right, webs are definitely a huge problem to me, especially when you consider how, like, the only Pokemon that doesn't get affected by webs other than my Togekiss, of course, would have to be my Steel Eggs because I'm heavy duty boots, because this thing is a suicide. This thing is like a contingency of sorts, if you would. But yeah, he's gonna make the smart play by choosing to keep this thing around. Obviously I could have clicked Ice. Oh, no, I couldn't have clicked it regardless because I'm Specs as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to pop his Air Balloon, which is absolutely beautiful, because now what I'm gonna do is opt to go out into my Blue Tista. If he opts to just, click that ground move thing, it's gonna, Drill Run, yeah, Drill Run. Thankfully, I actually remembered that. If he clicks Drill Run, then you know what, good play on his behalf, but so as long as I have my Happy around, I will be fine. Yeah, I will be fine. Alright, so, I'm gonna go out in my blue Tista. I don't know exactly what he would want to do really. I resist his stab by Time Square as it is, so yeah, he's gonna opt to go for Swords Dance. Very good play, a very good play on his behalf, but unfortunately, with him doing that, he kind of revealed to me that he can't necessarily kill me off, if you get what I mean. So, you know what? Watch this play. I'm gonna absolutely regret this. I'm gonna absolutely regret this right now. So, but you know what? I consider it worth the risk. Come on. High horsepower. Alright, sweet. So that's obviously not gonna affect me. And since I'm scarfed as hell, I will be able to outspeed you. So yeah, I'm gonna go straight for an air slash here. No reason to not click anything else, and since I'm timid and have a lot of special attack investment, I will be able to outspeed you, and hopefully I'll be able to flinch you right now. In fact, of course not. Okay, so I lose my Togekiss right off the bat, and that is really bad. Because, yeah, he's gonna lose his, he's gonna lose his Rapidash right now, but unfortunately with him breaking through it like that, which I call hacks, that is not a good situation for me. But in either case, I'm not gonna give him any sort of chance whatsoever to set up webs on my face again, so I think what I should be doing here. Okay, yeah. Riddle is definitely definitely a good contingency here, or a good middle ground of sorts, because yeah, it pretty much outspeeds his whole squad unless he wants to quick Earthquake or something. I mean, unless of course his Terrakion happens to be scarfed. So I think I should be fine in that regard. But yeah, Togekiss not like the thing dying there was really unfortunate. Yes, the thing dying there. Very good way of describing things, Susie. You're an absolute mad lad. All right. Okay, what do I do? From my understanding, it would not be in his best interest to just sag this thing off. Really, I don't think it's worth the play as it is. I don't want to put him in a position where he'll be able to freely set up rocks and just put me on the worst end of the exchange. But you know what? No, for this play, for this time around, it's better safe than sorry. He switches out. See, this is the problem. Like yeah, he goes out in his clay doll and makes the right play. So good play on his behalf. If I just clicked U-turn there, I don't think I would have been in the I would have been in the worst situation per se. But yeah, unfortunately, that is where I'm at right now. But the good thing about this situation is that I'm going to be able to go out in my Hubert right now and just pretty much smack something in the dick. Plain and simple. Me losing my Togekiss is obviously really bad because I just lost my second hazard remover. But yeah, that's just how the situation is right now. I guess I could have just clicked U-turn and gone out into my blue Tista, but I didn't think it was like worth the play at that moment in time, you know. But in either case, Ice Beam is definitely free here because I know for a fact that Araquanid is not going to be able to live this. Like that much, I'm very certain he's not going to be able to survive. So yeah. But yeah, me playing passive there is definitely gonna cost me big time. But it's obviously not the worst case scenario because instead he goes out in his Toxtricity, which is what I consider to be the second biggest threat to me. And with him taking this damage, he is not yet. Okay, he survives. How the hell did he survive this? Okay, he's Black Sludge. So with him being Black Sludge, I very much got nothing to be concerned over because I can definitely just click Ice Beam and claim my KO right now. But the problem about this whole ordeal would have to be the fact that he can go out into his Terrakion afterwards and just knock my ass out. Plain simple. So that is definitely a no bueno. Oh no. Alright. But yeah, him bringing like Rocky Helmet on his Clay Doll is definitely very good prep on his behalf. With like I was able to take out his Toxtricity as well as his what's that Pokemon called? His Rapidash, which is like good. Oh shit! You can just okay. He goes out in his Vernate. All right, so he's gonna like take the route of trying to set up webs on my side of the field. I'm not allowing that. Just so you know, I am not going to allow that to happen anytime soon. If it comes at the cost of my blue Tista, then so be it. But I very much have no intentions in the world of letting him like set up webs like that. But if I were him, I'd definitely click liquidation, expecting. Oh yeah, he makes a good play. So turn by turn, he's definitely like he is playing his cards really well. So I just lost my way of losing the. I just lost my way of killing this thing off. I mean, no. I lost my way of being able to take down his. You know what? I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm just gonna fucking go in my Granberry and I'm just gonna hit something in the face. Okay, plain simple. No point in thinking about this twice. I am going to just click Plasma Fist here. Alternatively, I could just click Knockoff if I wanted to. But realistically speaking, I don't see any merit in doing that just yet. You know? And I'm not even sure if Knockoff knocks him out from this range of HP, really. But yeah, no, I can definitely win this. Like, I'm not really too concerned about not being able to pull this back. I just gotta keep my Pessimian healthy. So there's that. In either case, I think I'm just going to click Plasma Fist. Ah, my god. I'm playing too passive. What is wrong with me? Barbosa. That is definitely not... Yeah, that, my friend, is definitely not the Clay Doll. So, I did get something right, I guess. Which is nice, I suppose, but... No, this is a good situation. This is a good situation because, like, yeah, with me being leftovers, I don't necessarily have to concern myself over getting just knocked out by, what, a Choice Scarf Cloister or something. But, yeah, I'm just gonna click Plasma Fist again. Really no reason not to. I don't understand why he switched out into that, really. But I'm obviously not gonna be complaining. And with his Toxicity being gone as it is, along with his Rapidash being gone, I think I'm setting myself up to a definitely guaranteed victory. Yeah. Because Cloyster is not going to be setting up on my face anytime soon. As he's just going to have to sack this thing off. Definitely a respectable play on my opponent's behalf. As down goes the Barbosa. And now his final Pokemon would have to be his Terrakion, his, what's that thing called? Claydol, and his Araquanid. So realistically speaking, I think I'm definitely like setting myself up to an almost guaranteed victory. It just depends on me being able, depends on how I'm able to take down that Claydol of his, which is definitely an issue. Very much an issue. Now, the regrettable thing about this circumstance would have to be the fact that I don't know if I survive. And I'm not really sure if Claydol actually, wait, what do I do? I mean, if he's Scarfed, that'd be actually pretty bad, yeah. Granberria alone can win this game. It's just a matter of how I'm able to play my cards, really. Because if he goes out into his Claydol afterwards, and I click Heavy Slam, I lose it. Like Stardy's gone. It doesn't matter what I do. So you know what? I'm gonna count on Granberria pulling through for me. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm actually gonna be able to outspeed this thing, which is actually pretty sick. As this is definitely gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO if I ever saw one. So he clicks Rock Polish. Ooh, that is. I mean, I don't care really. I generally could care very much less about that because okay, so his 3 Pokemon. His 3 Pokemon remaining would have to be his Claydol, his Araquanid, and this thing. So, I think my play here, as questionable as it is, would have to be sacking off Hubert, going out into my Megumin. Yeah, because like he needs to set up a Swords Dance to win. No, he can't win regardless. Like he cannot win from here immediately because I have Sturdy. So what do I do? You know what? I have lots of bulk. I know for a fact you can survive. So show him. I have 100 HP investment. I really don't think Stone Edge is gonna kill. Yeah, Granberria, even with the critical hit, one of the most ferocious 4 Heavenly Knight is going to be able to come through, and it is going to be able to knock out that Terrakion of his with 1 hit. And that, my friends, just goes to show just how great of a Pokemon Zeraora is. My god. You love to see that. Woo! Alright, sweet. So now I think this game is pretty much over here. because realistically speaking, he can like go out into his clay doll and try to like do some spin shenanigans or whatever. But if that case happens, I don't see any issue in blowing myself up. Pretty much, yeah. I think this should definitely be game here, because like my Granberria pretty much just did whatever it could. And with Rocky Helmet, he's not going to be even able to outspeed anything like by clicking Rapid Spin or something along those lines. So here, I'm just going to pretty much let my Granberria go down. With Rocky Helmet, with this thing taking Rocky Helmet chip, he's not going to be able to get the speed boost from clicking Rapid Spin. And then I'll be just pretty much be able to go out in my Kyurem, click Freeze Dry 2 times, and that should very much be game over. Alright. No, seriously, shoutouts to Granberria for coming through. I'm so proud of this thing. But yeah, Granberria is unfortunately going to go down, but it didn't go down without a fight, and that fight is definitely going to be what wins us the game here, because I'm going to just pretty much go straight out into Hubert, which is the most reliable and the most loyal member of the Black Eagles, and by extension, the Bullet Punch Club, and I'm going to be able to knock out his last 2 Pokemon, clicking Freeze Dry. Woo! Alright. It's been a while since I got this excited for a game. But yeah, this definitely was a solid game through and through. Freeze Dry is definitely the play. It is the only way. I should be able to outspeed this thing, right? Alright, cool. I'm going to be able to outspeed this thing. Not like it would have mattered regardless, because yeah, his Araquanid, like even with the speed boost, there's not much he could have done to me really. But yeah, down goes his Claydol. And now his last Pokemon would have to be his Araquanid, which is definitely not going to survive this Freeze Dry. So just like that, my 2 main MVPs of the Bullet Punch Club are going to be able to come through beautifully for me. And with this one final Freeze Dry, we are going to be able to win 3-0. So yeah, GG to my boy Dr. Slaking. This still was a very competitive game through and through. Like, there were definitely many occasions where I was actually panicking about what could have happened, but thankfully we are able to pull through, and with that we now have a plus 3 differential? I'm not sure. I mean, I know I broke even a long time back. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry, yeah. I now have a plus 6 differential, and with that, I think we are very much, like setting ourselves up perfectly for a playoff spot. I'm gonna be completely honest, guys. I'm not entirely too much feeling it about draft format, but if it's for you guys, I'm definitely gonna fulfill my end of the bargain, and at the same time, it's a professional matter in itself. So, yeah. In either case, my name is the Uzi Gunner. Thank you very much for watching. GG to my boy, Dr. Slaking. Please be sure to check him out. He's one hell of a dude, and really nice, and like, I really respect the hell out of him for accommodating to my schedule. He's a really good guy. Check him out. And with that, my name is the Uzi Gunner. Thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a glorious day, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace!